I want to help 100 people transform their mindset from poverty to wealth mindset. We will first look at the word rich and how someone who seems to have nothing is still very rich. Then we will look at the difference between money versus wealth. If you are in the state of poverty or homelessness, you may feel like you are at rock bottom and you literally do not know how you can pull yourself out. It's very difficult to see how you can get something when you feel like you've had nothing. And the state of poverty and homelessness is almost like a trap or a prison to thinking that you have absolutely nothing when it's not very true. While it may seem that the odds are against you, and they very much so may be, to be rich, to have richness, and to know that you are rich. The etymology of the word rich is from the adjective, which is a description, meaning strong, that you're powerful, that you're great and mighty. And what we really need to understand and ask ourselves in the face of feeling like you have nothing and that you're worth nothing is that really true? To recognize what you do have, to point towards and focus on what you are strong. This is one of the first ways to recognize where you are rich. Ask yourself, what can I do right now? What do I have right now? And it may be the basic, like you have your breath. Healthy breathing is one of the first things you can focus on when you feel like you have nothing. Even if you don't even have food, you have your breath. Remember that being rich is about being powerful and having strength. So strengthen and power up your breath if that's all you have. After your breath, you could focus on the fact that you are rich in your body and you don't need anything external from you in order to strengthen and power your body. Don't need a gym to start doing push-ups. You can use your body and strengthen it with easy exercises that will help you to enliven your richness. Another thing that you don't need external from you are new ideas and creative ideas. Ideas are something that come out of you, and some of your greatest ideas are the richest things that will bring you your gold. Sometimes the hardest thing when you feel like you don't have any money is to focus on these aspects, your breath, your health, and your ideas. A lot of the times when people are in crisis of poverty or homelessness, they're actually more focused on the problem and they're more focused on some sort of generic solution to that problem. And this may be the core issue between the separation of yourself and your money, seeing yourself as needing to be rich rather than already rich. From the state of being needy, you always are looking externally for money, and this is where you subjugate yourself to hard work, effort, and labor that you don't really want to do, or some sort of externalized circumstance where you're a victim because you are needing of the money. Therefore, money always seems to be separate from you. Consciously, it's not something that's of you. It's something that is outside of you. And from that position, you're always out of your richness. Therefore, to recognize your richness is to recognize where you are already strong, powerful, great, and mighty. Figure out how you can achieve a high rank without needing anything external first. To recognize your richness right now and strengthen it is becoming the money, and therefore more money, which is your richness, attracts more money. Now is your turn to add to the list health, breath, wealthy ideas. What else can you figure out that you don't need externally? In this video, I'd like to talk to you guys about the frequency of the word wealth. Now, I think that it's important to distinguish that there is money and then there is wealth. One can have money but still not be all the way at their epitome of wealth. And one who wants to acquire money can basically find their frequency of wealth and watch the money flow in. So this is why I want to talk to you guys about wealth, because basically most of us, including myself, usually go for the money. But when we actually aim higher, like head for the stars, then you'll find that that comes along with everything else that you want in life. And the truth is that when people say that money is the root of evil, it's basically understanding that you never know what is the intentions of somebody who's trying to make money. You never really know what is behind that. And that's not anything more than just making money is a mystery, and people can use whichever way that they go about it in order to make it. But when you operate from the frequency of wealth, this prevails beyond the veil. It goes beyond the mystery. Wealth is something that is transparent. So, what is the frequency of wealth? Well, the word wealth is connected to, in the etymology of it, well being. And therefore, mind, body, and soul must understand its need to acquire well being. This is something that I feel gets very misinterpreted, because when you have somebody who thinks that they are, at the epitome of their well being, like a master of their health, a master of food and diet, they may seem to be at their well being, but if they start to judge other people, right, then they are still exhibiting a mental health sickness. So well being truly does not operate from the place of hurting other people, bringing down other people, or judging other people. This is why, you can have people who have money but still be not so kind people. Well-being is something that is mind, body, and soul operating at the same time. And that is the frequency of wealth. So one who has acquired or mastered something great in their life, their well-being must not focus on who is a problem, but to be a problem solver, which brings me to the 4 levels of consciousness and understanding how you actually rise through your consciousness. Okay, so now we're going to use the 4 levels of consciousness to help us understand wealth frequency. And so the pyramid is basically made up of 4 spaces. I love the pyramid because you use it for every kind of concept, right? Because you're always starting at a base and then you're always reaching to a highest level. And I think that this is why wealth, or people who are considered the most wealthiest in the world, they're considered the 1%. But that is only externalized. So when you take it internally, you're basically reaching your own 1%. It's a version of yourself that is very rare. It's a version of yourself that it's at the peak of its existence. Okay, so the bottom level is the victim level. This is where things are happening to me. I'm going to do a video on poverty consciousness and homeless consciousness due to my personal experiences. And I really want people to get this. If you find yourself in these spaces of life, I have been there too. And I think it's really important that you see that you have a way out. Now, the next level is everything is happening by me. Now, this is actually the level that a lot of us probably partake in once you were out of the victim level. And this is somebody who knows that they have the power to manifest things or to make things through themselves. This is somebody who actively works and knows that working hard through their own body, through their own capability, is able to create wonderful things. It's basically the realization that as a human being, even though I'm small in this world, I can make a lot of gains in life through my actions, through my discipline. And from a concept of wealth and money making, I feel like things that are happening by me is where a lot of us who have jobs operate from that consciousness. Also, people who, like I say, second house astrology, where you produce your own things, people who are creators, artisans, they also operate from that placement. Everything is happening by me. But it's also very capped, right? So if you can't ascend beyond this becomes it turns into selfishness. It turns into purposelessness, because you're basically only operating in your physical human existence with your consciousness at 50%. There is a level here where everything is happening by me consciousness can never go beyond itself. Therefore, it is always trying to control everything, right? And it's almost arrogant to think that only you can be the one that makes anything happening, not by anybody else. So it's really important to understand that everything is happening by you is an elevation from everything is happening to you. So it's definitely an ascension in the right direction. But if you stay there, then you can almost wear yourself out. You can pull yourself into a place where you were working your hardest and you're only seeing 50% of that work actually happen and occur for you, because you are under the notion that it's only by your own will and doing that things happen for you, that things can happen. Everything's happening by you, right? And so this is where selfishness, stinginess starts to basically occur. In order to be of a wealth mindset, you are needing to transcend, go beyond selfishness. Why? Because the word wealth has the word we in it. It has the word we in it. So if you are operating from a everything only happens by me, then you're actually still not on your way to the frequency of wealth. When you recognize that things happen by me, but I want to be also wealthy, so I need to find the we, this is going to transcend you into the next level of consciousness, which is everything is happening through me. And this is a placement that recognizes that, okay, if I still hold on to everything is happening by me, then I can only be effective by 50%. But if everything starts to happen through me, then you transcend in the arena of other people. You start to move towards other people, because what you need now is a vision for yourself and for others. And everything is now starting to be for other people. So what you want to see for other people has to happen through you, because it's still you. It's still you experiencing life through your consciousness. But once you get to the place of things are happening through me, you're saying, okay, well, I am now a problem solver of myself and for other people. I am now becoming something that I need more people to get this idea about what I have done. I need people to partake in what I've created for them. I need people to basically sign up or follow me or follow my lead or be a part or, be buying into what it is that I am doing, which takes you to that next level, because now you're at least getting closer to the we consciousness. Now, the final one, the top of it, is everything is happening as me. What this is basically the epitome of the CEO, or the person who is in control, but they're not controlling other people. It's such an interesting dynamic to explain, because basically you are the problem solver, and now you understand at those last two dynamics, through me and as me, that people are now moving and operating in your light, not by your control, but by your visions. People are now extensions of you, and you cannot be everywhere, but these people who understand what you're about, understand that your wealth frequency, they have to operate by your wealth frequency, because it serves them, and then they become the movers, shakers, and connectors for you, for other people to get these things. So the ASME is the highest frequency of consciousness, and when you look at it from a wealth frequency, it is where wealth is at its pinnacle, basically, because not only are you your we, is everything's happening through me, in which I'm trying to get the word out to other people, but at the point you have gotten the word out to other people, people have signed up for your wealth frequency, because they see they are gaining wealth, they see that they are gaining traction, and they become the movers, and they operate as you. They become duplicates of you, and you basically create this world, this new frequency of wealth through your own problem solving, which came actually from the very basis, which is victimhood. Okay, so
I like to mix this in with astrology because you guys know I'm astrology first, and I feel that Saturn plays a major role in this because Saturn is connected to problem solving. It's where you are the business guru, the person who is finding problems and solving them, and the more that you're able to solve the problem effectively, you need a team to help you produce that problem solving for more people. And then you are literally the CEO watching your business move around for you. You need lots of people for that business to occur. But it all started at your problem. You see, you cannot be a problem solver if you haven't experienced your own problem. And therefore, the victim level is necessary. It's the gateway because through you recognizing where you have a problem, then you solve your own problem by you. Then you solve it for other people through you, and then other people start to solve it for you, through you, by you. This is the frequency that Saturn brings you into the problem solver.